show. The mics were just on.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm finishing my lunch. It's been a crazy morning. Guys,
It has.
What time do you start?
we're going to start in about...
No. When do you start?
Oh, the first show we did was at 10:15.
Okay.
And it's supposed to go to 11:15, excuse me, I'm sorry, meeting. But we went all the way to 12.
Wow.
Because it was so fun.
Gotcha.
Now, that puts our most important person over here, the foundation, Judah Wickhauer, in a tougher spot.
Gotcha.
And Judah, you're doing a great job of adapting, sir. I love you. 9 years of working together. I spend more time with him than I do my wife, which is literally true.
He needs 3 beers.
He does, and he'll have some.
Many more.
He definitely will have some. Guys, we have Nancy Gill in the house, Blake Sherman in the house, Lou Hicks in the house. We're going to be talking all things Scottsville, all things beer, all things Albemarle County, Central Virginia. You guys are going to love today's show. It's Friday, and why not start happy hour a little bit early, right, Nancy?
Absolutely.
That's right, Nancy Gill. Is this rodeo number 3 or 4?
This is number 3.
This is number 3. We love some Nancy Gill on this program, and guys, if you want to give Blake or Lou or Nancy some props or ask them a question, just put it in the feed of any of the social media platforms you are watching. Liam Kelly, hello, Liam.
Liam.
We missed you, Liam. Hello, Liam. Liam, this is so great. Me too, Keith Smith. We love Judah here on the program.
Like showing up in each other's shots.
I gotcha.
So, Eric LaFontaine. Hello, Eric. Guys, all things Scottsville. Liam, I will say this, and I don't want to speak for our guests, but I think they feel the same. Miss seeing you at the brewery.
Miss seeing you in Scottsville.
All together,
Where's he now?
yes.
He's in Montana.
Oh, you're in Montana. Good night. How is Montana, Liam? Let us know. Let us know how Montana's doing in the feed. So yes, Kimberly, we will talk about town manager Matt Lawless's tweet about the beer garden. So we brought that up yesterday on the show I do, and it's getting momentum. And it's getting momentum in this community because I think everyone's like, let's do it. Who doesn't want to like walk down the street with a cold beverage, right? It's a no-brainer, right? Don't you
Right.
think? It's an absolute no-brainer. We'll start the program in T-minus 15 seconds. Unless J-Dubs, you need some more time, just let me know, my friend. I know you're doing a lot of stuff there. Just let us know. You're good, J-Dubs?
I think so.
Okay, give me 7 seconds then, and we'll rock and roll. Guys, give the show a like and a share on any of the pages you are watching, any social media that you're watching. If you want to give Lou some props, put the props in the comment section. If you want to give Nancy some props, put it in the comment section. Or if you just want to say cheers, cheers to you. Crack a cold beverage. In fact, make it a James River Brewery beverage if you're watching at home. We're going to have a good time today. J-Dubs, we can rock and roll when you're ready. Ooh, I just got your Facebook message too, Lou. I'm sorry I missed that. There was a lot going on. I think we are lost trying to find you. I'm glad you find it. You found it. Darn it. I literally just saw that, Lou. I'm sorry. Darn. Is that what she texted you?
She actually showed up on the other side of
Yeah.
the road. We're like, yes.
I was
perfect
behind
timing.
you, and I saw you went, Nancy! It was so good.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. All right, J-Dubs, we can rock and roll, my friend, when you're ready. Okay. Good Friday afternoon, guys. My name is Jerry Miller, and welcome to the I Love Seville show. Thank you kindly for joining us on a gorgeous day to be alive. Any day you're above the mud is a reason to celebrate and cherish. Today is going to be a fantastic day. I've been looking forward to this day for so long because on Fridays from time to time, we like to start happy hour just a tiny bit early. And today we have not Brewmaster, but the head brewer in studio of James River Brewery. We're going to get to Blake in a matter of moments. The assistant general manager, I love that title, of James River Brewery is in the house, and Lou Hicks. And folks, a name that you know inside and out, Nancy Gill, the former mayor of Scottsville, Virginia. Judah Wickhauer is our director, and folks, the North Star of this network. Undoubtedly the North Star, Judah. I sincerely mean that. 9 years he and I have worked alongside each other, and I look at him as a brother from another mother. Oh, Liam left a comment. We will get to that comment in a matter of moments, Liam. Judah Wickower, let's go to the studio camera. You have 5 states watching the program right now. It must be Nancy Gill's influence right here. Judah, studio camera, please. And then I'm going to pass the baton to someone who I'm proud to call a friend, and Nancy Gill. How are you?
I am just fine and dandy.
Thank you for setting this up.
Hey, my pleasure.
I mean, I mean that. We were connecting via Facebook Messenger, and I said, can we have a beverage or two? And she says, absolutely. Absolutely. So let me get out of your way and introduce or pass the baton to the folks sitting beside us.
Sure. So I love James River Brewery, and I'm really happy that Blake and Lou are here with us today. And we have the River Runner, the 2015 state beer winner.
There you go, from Scottsville right there. So why don't we do this? We said we're going to go with Blake first.
Yes.
How about an introduction for everyone that's watching?
All right. Well, I'm Blake. I'm a military brat. I grew up kind of all over the world. Traveled most of my life. Lived most of my life in California, and then decided to move out here back in 2015. Got into the brew business about 6 years ago, and I've been loving it ever since. So, love working in Scottsville. Love the brewery. So, if you're around, come on out and join us.
And Lou, it's time for you.
I'm Luana Hicks, aka Lou. Pretty much in and out of the brewery. I've been there for probably 4 years now, going on 4 years. Love everything about our beer. Love the town. I'm happy to be here.
So we're going to get to Liam's message. Mary Dean says hello from your cousin in Oregon.
Hello, Cousin Mary.
She's watching the program right now. Liam watching the program. 85 degrees Fahrenheit when I got here, 13 inches of snow the following weekend.
Wow.
Otherwise great in Montana. That's from Liam right now. Dude, I think, and they obviously know you better than I do, but I do miss seeing your smiling face. I'm sure they do as well.
Yeah.
All right, so why don't we go first with to Nancy. What makes James River Brewery so special?
It's in Scottsville.
There you go. I knew you were going to say that.
And they have good beer. And you meet lots of people there, friends and strangers. And I've met more people at James River Brewery from like Ireland, from Japan, from Georgia and Tennessee. Really, everywhere. People find JRB.
What are your thoughts?
The reason why I love our JRB so special, I think it's more the community. I love the small town feel, the people that come in, our locals. We have a great following of people that really like our beer and just love to hang out and have a relaxing environment that they can just chill. And we have a great little back beer garden that is very relaxing. And I don't know, I think the environment of Scottsville is just a great place to be.
Well said. Lou?
I agree all
Yeah.
from both of them. Yeah, I guess it's the community that brings everybody together. Definitely from travelers to our locals who kind of hold us all year.
Right, we kind of got that Cheers vibe.
Definitely
Everybody knows
have
your
it.
name.
If you come in, we're sparking conversations, we're bringing you in, and
I would say the water cooler of Scottsville
Yeah.
is James
Water
River Brewery.
cooler,
Is that
yeah.
fair?
Yeah,
That's fair.
Definitely fair, yeah.
Yeah. How about the evolution of the brand? Because the brand and business has had some evolution. Can you give us a flip book history if you could?
Well, we started, the brewery started out, we're actually the third owners of it. So the first guys were having a lot of fun, not really worried about business. So they kind of, but as we've come into to take over, we've gotten into more consistency because the equipment has become. Well, the second guys bought a bunch of the brew equipment that they were kind of doing a home brew type setup. When they bought the equipment, they couldn't really afford to get it all installed. So when we took over, we got everything installed. So it works out with more consistency because we're able to control the fermentation temperature better than they were before. Pretty much before it was a kind of a, you put it into the tank and you hope that your temperature is going to stay where you want it just by the ambient temperature. Now we can actually control it with a glycol system. So the evolution of the beer has gotten a lot more consistent. and just a better quality.
What's your background? And beer.
Just kind of the same as a lot of brewers. I started out just loving beer, and you go into home brewing, and then you meet up with somebody that wants to get involved in doing something. And I actually met up with one of the owners, is a friend of mine, Shannon Brown. He got me involved, and they actually hired 2 consultants to come in and work with me for a year, show me the business, and show me how to work with on a larger scale. And then after the year was up, they kind of went on their way and did their own little thing, and then I just kind of took over. So
On the James River Brewery Facebook page, Kimberly Babler, she says, I absolutely love Lou. How about this for you, Lou? Meeting everyone in the community, outside the community, at the brewery, what it means to you, maybe like a fantastic story that's kind of a microcosm of how it's the water cooler of Scottsville.
Yeah, like I said, it was just all about the locals coming in and just everybody who's worked there. It's always open arms and embracing, so definitely agree with that. It being the local watering hole, I mean, we're just super laid back and just a place to hang out. So, I mean, that's definitely my drive, is the community, the people, the getting together, the local music, live music, to games, and yeah.
NBC 29, welcome to the broadcast. CBS 19, hello. Thank you for watching. 6 states on the feed right now. Nancy, we were talking about this after seeing town manager Matt Lawless's tweet. It was a hot topic on yesterday's show. The question is being DM'd and put on the feed now. He's brought up the potential of a beer garden in downtown Scottsville. I mean, I think it's an incredible idea. You know more about this than I do. I'm going to get out of your way.
Well, I don't know if I do or not.
Okay.
However.
All I know is the tweet. That's all I know.
Right. Well, I know that this is, I believe it's a state referendum or
That's right.
initiative.
Yeah.
And I know that our police chief has spoken with everyone, and I'm sure he's a little anxious about it. However, there's a group of people that want to start showing movies again in town, like the way Focus did it back in the day when they just shot it. They streamed it on the wall across from Victory Hall. So that's coming up in the next couple of weeks. So hopefully you can just bring your beer down and sit down and watch a film.
yeah, that'd be great.
I mean, how about the impact it could have, tax revenue generation?
Yes.
The impact it could have by bringing Charlottesvillians and Central Virginians to Scottsville, and in a lot of ways, the folks that are coming to visit, some of the best type of customers, because we come, spend our money, and then don't tax your infrastructure, right?
That's right.
Yeah. So what do you think? How could that impact things, do you think?
Well, people drinking, they're also going to want food.
Right.
And we have meals tax on this, meals tax on whatever you buy. I'm sure Eric LaFontaine will have a lot of stuff to go.
Right? The bad barbecue?
The Ben Barbecue, and I'm sure Clayton over at the Bateau will figure something out that's quick and easy.
So you say this is a no-brainer?
I think it's a
I think
no-brainer.
it's a no-brainer too. Right?
Agreed, yeah.
What do you think?
I mean, Scottsville's the perfect town for it.
It's perfect for it.
Yeah, you know, it's got the small little downtown right on 20. We can walk around. I mean, I think it's the perfect town for it.
Lou,
it's
any
kind of
thoughts?
like Charlottesville.
Yeah, the downtown mall.
Downtown mall.
Yeah, it's got kind of like a start and an end,
Right.
where you can clearly like manage it.
Right.
Is that the right word?
Keep
you
your
think?
markers out, I guess.
Yeah. Your thoughts?
Especially with like the park and the Bateau Park that we have there, the music, the everything, just kind of bouncing around and not being like, hurry up, let's finish this, move to the next.
Right.
You know, like being able to enjoy the whole town at once. I think it might be a personal business thing to actually bring it inside the business. Is that so? I'm not sure. Of the
I don't think
details
you
of
can take
yet.
it. I don't think you
Yeah.
can take it inside a business.
Yeah, and the interesting thing is, here's the interesting thing, and I'm gonna throw this to you. So Charlottesville City Council and newly minted city manager Chip Boyles is considering this literally right now for the downtown mall. I have heard through the grapevine that the Board of Supervisors in Albemarle County, because they caught wind of what Charlottesville was doing, is now turning the wheels. You guys may be first to market with this idea because you have potentially more nimble from a decision making. There's less bureaucracy and red tape. Is that safe?
I think so, and also, historically,
Right.
Scottsville has always been first.
Right? You love Scottsville so much. I love that about you. How's everything going? How's the town doing?
I think the town's doing well, really came through this pandemic with flying colors, just did lots of great things, and I think the town, with the new businesses coming in, especially Tiger Fuel, we're just right there on the cusp of greatness.
We love Tiger Fuel. The Suttons, you guys are a great family, locally owned. Stacy Madison is giving you some props. So is Heath Wills, giving you some props right now. If you have any questions, comments, or props you want to relay to the panel, just put it in the feed. Your thoughts on Scottsville?
Well, like I said, I just love the feel. The feel of a small town is just such a great, it's just such a great atmosphere. You know, I grew up in mainly big cities, so when I first moved out here, I kind of got that bug, I guess you could call it, of being in a small town where everybody kind of knows each other. You walk down the street, everybody's, hey, Blake, what's going on? How you doing? You know, it's just a great place to be. Every time I go to work, I'm just sitting there going, oh, it's just, you know, when I walk down to get lunch or whatever, I run into 3-4 people that I know. So it's just a great vibe. I just love the small town vibe.
Kevin Higgins says this. You ready for this one? You got to brew a Mayor Thacker brand beer. That man is a legend in Scottsville. What do you think about that idea?
Sure.
He would be.
We need to find out if he was a teetotaler or not.
Right, yeah.
Nancy Gill. Oh,
I'll ask his son.
how do you think the town is managing post-pandemic, Lou?
We're definitely building back up. Again, like Nancy was saying, there's more businesses coming in, so that fills up our empty stores. It definitely was rough for the town, but we're definitely coming back together. People are ready to come out, ready to enjoy live music, just the company. I mean, it's definitely getting there.
Chad Short watching the show. He says JRB is the best. Chad Short, I relay this on air, and I'm literally typing that right now while saying it. Talk to me about, or offer some perspective as we get post-pandemic. We've got some empty storefronts, not only in Scottsville, downtown mall. I mean, the downtown mall right now is 20% vacant. The storefronts on the downtown mall. Ideas, you know, you're the mayor at one time, you are beloved in Scottsville. Ideas for us to help fill these vacancies and get the backbone of our community, which is the small business owners that are creating the jobs, in a lot of ways driving the revenue. How do we get these storefronts filled?
That's Matt's job. However,
You know what? I'm going to tag Matt Lawless right now. Matt Lawless, you need to be watching this broadcast.
Did the work.
What do you think, Nancy?
so we've done studies. You know, when Matt came on board, he got us grants to do all sorts of things, so we know what we need. And it's just a question of, does the town go after the businesses, or do the property owners go after the business?
What do you think?
I think it should be a joint effort.
Me too.
We have now 2 florists that have come in. We have the new bait and tackle. And I'm seeing high-end fishing poles going out of that
They're
place.
nice.
Yeah. The tavern is, they're gearing back up.
Yeah.
The Bateau's doing great. Other new businesses.
There's a lady I haven't quite introduced myself to, has a nice little trinket store with like natural
right.
soaps and
The James Rivers Boutique or something?
maybe, yeah. She's fairly new. I think she just opened last Saturday, was it? Yeah, so I haven't checked it out yet.
Thoughts? I mean, is it a joint effort? How do we fill the storefronts? I mean, frankly, I think you guys, whether you want the pressure or not, you guys are like a key cog in this.
Right.
Being such an attraction. Another key cog on this is the 2 floating companies
Yes.
being a key, attraction for Scottsville. What are your thoughts?
You're talking about the
Filling
railing rafting?
storefronts. Yeah, I'm talking to
yeah.
them, but how do we fill the storefronts again?
I think a lot of it is people just kind of getting over the whole pandemic thing. I think people have to have the confidence to get back out there and just, do things. It's hard for people to kind of get over the whole thing. And I don't know. I mean, I'm like Nancy says, Matt's job more than mine. If you want some beer made, I'll help you out. But
Well, your beer is so good that I think the beer is going to drive customers to Scottsville.
Sure.
And if you have customers in Scottsville,
Right.
then the storefronts have a reason small business owners have a reason to sign leases
Sure.
if they see foot traffic in the town.
right, yeah,
Exactly.
we get the people in there, and then if they want to open up something that can help out any way, food or any kind of industry would be great.
What do you think, Nancy?
I agree.
Yeah? Me too. I think that's why I think this initiative or this innovative idea of the beer garden in downtown Charlottesville, in say Stonefield, Albemarle County, certainly in downtown Scottsville, would attract a ton of folks from around the area. A good example of this, and I hope and I see the leadership watching in your town. I see a city councilor and a board of supervisors watching the program now. Corey Cartwright and Josh Aaron giving you some props as we speak.
JRB props.
Heath Wills, I'll get to this. Heath Wills says both the New Flower and Outfitter shops are both great. I think if we come up with innovative ideas to attract people to the area, the businesses will follow suit. I see what's happening in Greenville and in Savannah. Savannah, where he used to work, has this open container concept, and it crushes it. I mean, I don't think a good comparison would be Bourbon Street, because I don't think any of us want the debauchery that is Bourbon Street. But having something like Savannah did or Greenville, South Carolina, I think could be tame, managed, and then the revenue that could come from it could be invested back into community for infrastructure initiatives.
Yes. And also, when I'm at the brewery on a Saturday or Sunday, and people are coming down, they don't know they're in a town. They're like looking around like, where are we? And we say Scottsville. So this, if they can grab a beer and walk around town, they can explore and still support our businesses.
Well, and frankly, I'm going to throw this out there. Maybe if you disagree with me, say you disagree.
Okay.
I see your beer on shelves everywhere, okay? And when I see your
I'm
beer...
all for it.
What's that?
I'm all for it.
When I see your beer on shelves everywhere, and maybe it's because I'm in the branding business here, I'm reading the packaging and the labeling. So one of the best marketing tools, and I'm literally being serious here, one of the best marketing tools I think Scottsville has is your beer, because the beer is circulated all over. What's your circulation of the beer? Let me ask you that.
Just Virginia.
Okay.
Yeah, we do most of our sales up in Northern Virginia. Well, there's more
Also
people up there. Yeah, but
Virginia Beach.
Yeah, Virginia
area
Beach
as well.
area.
Right.
Three
yeah.
areas.
So you
that
have
brings
folks
people
being
from
touched by
all over.
exactly.
Right.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm saying. And I think the other one is give me the names: James River Reeling and Rafting and James River Runners.
Yes.
Is that right? Yeah. Those right there. The first time I went to Scottsville was as a student at UVA, and I came there to go tubing. And then we stayed and ate lunch. I think I got some fried chicken at the gas station.
Right, GoCo.
At GoCo.
Yes.
Okay, that's how I first found out about Scottsville right there. So where I'm going with that is having the brand out as much as possible. Great for everyone, right?
Great for everyone.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Lou?
you'll be shocked at how many times we go to festivals in the state and people go, "Where's Scottsville?" That's pretty much the biggest
That's the
question. we
story.
get.
And
So
how do you
it-
respond?
Well, 20 minutes from Charlottesville, south of Charlottesville. But usually it kind of puts us on the map, though. People start to recognize where we are and make it a destination place.
Questions coming in for Nancy Gill. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
This is from Jen Duggan.
Okay.
Jen, let us know where you're watching here. I think probably in town, in Albemarle. She says, Nancy, what businesses do we need to help? What businesses do we need in Scottsville that can help all of us?
You know, when I was mayor, I called the property manager of People's Department Store because I just felt that was a perfect mix of products for Scottsville. There's one in Louisa, there's one in Amherst, and they have three basic criterion. One, you have to be like in the county seat, you have to be 40 minutes away from everything else, and I forget the third one. And my reaction to the guy was, well, we used to be the county seat, but they didn't come.
I love it.
But-
That's
but
great.
I
No
think-
rules here. There's no rules here. That was a damn good beer that just opened right there. Cheers, my friend. Cheers. Keep going, Nancy. We're talking. We're like at the brewery right now.
That
Cheers.
was a really good
That was a great
like
pop.
sound effect.
Right, yeah. You know what? Here's another sound effect. Give you the round of applause for you, baby. The round of applause. But keep going, Nancy.
So I think something like that has, quality goods at really good pricings. I think something like that would go great in Scottsville. Now, they may disagree with me, but... And, we have, if you think about what you need on a daily basis, you can get 90% of it in town.
Has that always been the case?
No.
Okay, give us that flip book, that
Okay.
evolution.
Food Lion.
Okay.
And
When'd you move there?
I moved to Scottsville full-time in 99.
Okay.
And we had another store
Okay.
that their heart was in the right place. And I will say, their beer was always the coldest in town. However,
That's important to you.
it's important to
It
me.
is.
However, and they had a good beer selection. However, they didn't have the product line, it was an IGA offering, and we were just so happy when Food Lion came.
Eric LaFontaine, that would have been perfect for the old Dollar General storefront, he says.
Yeah.
Your idea.
Not big enough.
Oh, was not big enough?
It's not big enough.
Okay. What are you thinking over there, Lou?
I think something's better than nothing.
Okay.
So, definitely think big, but it's empty. It's still empty, and it's so much space in there that you could break it off to separate little.
Right, you could have mini businesses in there. You could,
Thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I think it would be great. The Old Dollar General?
So on
You're
the
talking about
side
the-
of our brewery
yeah,
side
yeah.
there,
Where they have that
It's a storage
thrift
right
store,
now.
yeah. Well, no,
It's just straight storage.
Is
right
it
now.
now?
It used to be a
It
thrift
used to
store,
be a
and now
thrift
it's
store.
just straight.
Yeah, I
storage.
think it's a perfect space for something like that. We definitely need something that's, we have food, we have, haircut, you can get anything you want, except for really a nice clothing place. Or
that's
something-
right,
some
and
little
that's
boutique
what Peebles
Right.
department store would bring.
Right, yeah.
And really good household items.
Right.
I mean, they're really across the board with what they offer.
So you were doing economic development while you were the mayor of Scottsdale?
Well, I was just calling people.
That's what economic development is.
Same thing, right?
Yeah, that's the same thing. Ronnie Dudley Jr., can we get a hazy IPA in the
we
mix?
have definitely thought about it. It's just a little bit of the hop contract. We need to get a hop contract set up with, the guys out in Washington, because everything comes from Yakima these days. We have definitely talked about doing a hazy IPA. So it's you might see one soon.
Ronnie, good statement there. Stephen Kuzo, my family. Much love to you guys. From
Kuzo.
Stephen Kuzo. Did I say his last name
Yeah,
right?
you're right.
Stephen
Kuzo.
Kuzo.
He goes by Kuzo.
We got comments coming in left and right here. You guys are so popular. Amber Ellis, I love Scottsville and James River Brewery. Happy to have one of our field offices a few doors down from JRB. She says, thank you, Jerry, for relaying this on air. This is Amber from James River Association. Aaron Root, I think it's perfect for SCAN's visual art classes. Right next to Victory Hall, our Performing Arts Center. Jump in here, guys. You
Yeah.
guys know more about this than I do.
Scottsville Center for Arts and Nature.
Yeah, I think
Hey,
it's
thank
great.
you
It's
for
a
that.
great
I wasn't
idea.
sure.
It was founded in 2004. Aaron, I might be a little rusty on this, by Mary Hardy, who came to Scottsville in 95 at the age of probably 70. And she was the Pied Piper of music.
Yeah?
She went to Mayor Thacker and said, I want to teach music out of this house. And he said, okay. And the county said, you can only have 7 people per week. She had 50.
Why would the county say that?
Because it's
Just
the
bureaucracy?
county. It's
Yeah,
the county.
right.
Anyway, and she was transitioning, and SCAN was founded on her legacy to carry on, not necessarily her method and what she taught, but her philosophy that music and the arts are a God-given gift.
She had a big heart for it.
And you know what? When I just remember, I moved to Scottsville to take cello lessons from her.
No, really?
Yes,
Nancy Gill.
I did. And we became very good friends, and she passed in November of 14. And that was a very sad day for the town and for especially Cheryl Oliver, who helped give for her and myself.
And her
And
memory
I
still-
drank a lot of bourbon that day.
She has a fantastic memory.
She is
Right?
great.
And
Yes.
knows a lot of people. So the Cheers VA Facebook page is watching. This is a massive Facebook page. Cheers VA, we legitimately love the content you do and the promotion you do of locally owned breweries and businesses. I sincerely mean that. A comment for you. Is JRB still planning to open their second location in Farmville?
Well,
We don't have to go down that road if you don't want
yeah,
to.
it was really a nightmare with the logistics as far as the building that we had in Farmville and our owners. They couldn't work out the details.
It just
Okay.
wouldn't make sense for us to go in on a year's lease, you know,
Right.
if you offer a 3-year lease, I mean, bringing all our equipment down and setting up.
Right.
To go in on a year's lease, it just wouldn't make
It
sense.
just
so
didn't work out.
Didn't work out.
So as far as the Farmville location, it's not going to happen.
Okay. So more comments coming in. This is about what Scottsville needs, and this is from Lauren. She says Scottsville needs some density. If we have some density, we can have some customers. If we have some customers, we can have more businesses. If we have more businesses, we have more tax revenue. It's pretty clear to me, she says.
No, and she is right.
Yes.
Is that right?
That is
Yeah.
absolutely right. So I came on town council in 2006, and I bought into the thing, nope, Scottsville is just fine. And then I was at Lake Monticello at a Mexican restaurant one evening, got there about 5:30, and nobody was there. By 6 o'clock, there was a waiting line out the door, and because of Lake Monticello. And I'm like, we need more density. Because, I mean, that just showed me it's the locals that support
That's
local.
right. Especially during the week in the off-season.
Yes.
It's about 5:30
So,
when
yes.
JRB starts running.
Is there opposition to that?
Of course there is.
Right. And is it the quintessential NIMBY mentality? Not in my backyard mentality?
Oh, yes, and they don't want Scottsville to change. And to me, they talk about the historical aspect, the ambiance of Scottsville.
The charm.
The charm of Scottsville.
Right.
That will never change because, you know,
The people.
no
that
one's going to
make it
come
that
in
way.
and bulldoze the buildings on Valley Street.
Right.
Unless maybe it's the tire plant. Dr. Hearn,
Yeah.
Dr. Hearn. I've been trying to put the
see
pressure on
something
Dr.
Oh,
Hearn.
yeah, that guy.
I've been trying to put the pressure on you, Dr. Charles Hurt. You know me and I know you, sir. So why don't we go down that road about the tire plant? Because the tire plant's being brought up in here by multiple people. We got to do something with the plant.
Yes.
Either of you guys want to take this?
I mean,
The same thing, like what we were
Love
saying with
to.
the mini shopping center
Exactly.
type thing. Can
Right.
bring like a farmer's market all year round.
Right.
Can bring like your clothing department, your, you know, splitting it up, your
there's
house
just so much space you can do
needs.
so much with.
Yeah.
I mean, from storage to brewery stuff to, I mean, oh my God, there's so much opportunity there. And then there's just it's such a large area around it that we could have plenty of parking. We could do like festival stuff. We could do, it would just bring so many people in.
Exactly.
If we could just get a hold of that property.
Exactly.
Lou, jump in here. Thoughts?
I think he should donate it to the
definitely
town.
agree.
Yes.
Anything.
I agree.
Donate the whole thing to the town.
What a great tax
Let
write-off,
us do
right?
it.
Tax
You know,
write-off.
he's paying so much in real estate
Yeah.
taxes to the
I mean-
county. Donate it to the town.
Okay, now Dr. Hurt I know probably is not going to do that.
No.
But what Dr. Hurt could do is, he's not open-minded to deal making, although, how long has he owned that? He's
A
owned it for
long time.
Yeah, it's been
time.
I know that the original owners of the brewery were on site looking at
Oh, I heard
the
about that.
plant
Yeah.
when they were called and said they had to leave
I mean,
because
beautiful
there
spot.
was
It would've been a perfect
there
spot.
was a contract now on that property,
Uh-huh.
and Hurt got it for like $600,000.
He got the tire plant for $600K?
Yeah,
It's a steal,
Yeah.
right?
yeah. Now he
But,
can correct me if
I mean-
I'm wrong. Maybe it was $650.
Well, what is he doing with it?
Nothing.
Is it a steal
Well,
if he
it's
did
a
nothing with it?
store-
There's some
he's-
storage, some furniture storage maybe?
He sort of likes to collect things.
Yeah, he land
Yeah.
banks. He land banks is what he does. Erin King, Western Albemarle's finest alum, is watching. She lives in Scottsville right now. Erin, where is your man Rick which restaurant is your man Rick working in Scottsville right now? She said many times on this show, we would welcome Charlottesville and Central Virginians to Scottsville to patronize our businesses. So back to the tire plant discussion. This actually came up on this morning show, and it came up on the show with Eric. So that was Wednesday. Eric LaFontaine of the Ben Barbecue guys, and what was coming up this morning was how the building is not only dilapidated, but the building has incredibly unhealthy aspects to it inside.
Asbestos.
Asbestos.
It's an old building.
Yeah,
Of
asbestos.
course.
So you think it's a teardown?
No,
No. You don't think it's a teardown?
no.
What do you think?
I mean, asbestos is a terrible
Just
product.
remedy.
It
Yeah.
just needs to be fixed. It just needs to be taken out. I mean, it's just I don't know. I mean, the place just needs to be updated. I mean,
Exactly.
once they get the asbestos out, I mean, there's been so many Stanton has a ton of buildings that have had asbestos in it for years, and they have since taken all of the asbestos out and changed them into apartment buildings. So
That's what I think,
there's
too.
still a building there. It's just
And it's brick.
and it's you just have to do a little work to get it
Right.
up to par.
So
Even if it was
we.
apartment buildings would have been nice.
Yeah.
What's that?
Even if it's changed to like apartment buildings to have more.
I mean, anything except for wasted space
Right.
would be great.
Well, it is in, officially, even though it has its own levy, it is still considered in the floodplain.
Yeah, okay.
And
So how does that impact the potential?
for housing on that first level, someone would have to come in and do so much remediation, flood control remediation to the actual building. But they can always build up,
I was about to
Yeah.
say, yeah, that can be a parking garage, just,
Right,
and then go up.
go up.
Steven, make an arcade there. Miniature golf out back.
Ah.
The Boys and Girls Club is right down the street.
Great idea.
Think about
Right.
this. How about this? How about this idea? And we talked about this. Either micro studio apartments that more folks could possibly afford. You see these, like oftentimes in like say at New York, and I hate to bring up New York City here, but like a 500 square foot, like studio apartment.
Oh, yeah.
You can put a hell of a lot of those in there.
Efficiency, yeah.
Efficiencies, that's a better word.
Yeah.
And I'll throw this to you and get out of your way, and or like a co-working facility.
Yeah.
That is like high-speed internet, fiber internet,
Sure.
decked out with nice offices
Yeah.
where people can do
When you
business
work
there.
from home, and
Yes.
people that work from home can actually rent out a space if they don't have
Exactly. Like
have
WeWork.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like my sister works from home, and she doesn't have the internet capability at her place because they have like
They don't have like dial-up or something like that. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so they could she rents a little space that she uses so she can get the high speed internet. So yeah, I think anything would
Even
be
doing
great in
like
that
you
place.
guys have here at Downtown Mall, where you have the businesses underneath, and then your
You live on-
apartments above,
Exactly.
studios. Yeah.
And
Exactly.
floodplain, a brewery's fine. I mean, I close the valves on the tanks if it gets wet all the way up to the top. I don't
Yeah,
care.
because you're in the floodplain.
Has your brewery ever gotten flooded?
No, we had
backyard.
one time where the beer garden got a little.
That's when
high.
the town released to open the gates. Was
Right.
a little. I mean, it was coming down so
The
crazy. And there was
timing
a
was
little
a little
hiccup
off.
on the timing.
Yeah, I know, it's
It
a
definitely came to
dance.
the back beer
Yeah.
garden itself. We were pretty much.
But we were fine
washed
as far as
gravel.
the inside of the brewery.
Oh, yeah.
The back beer garden got a little flooded, but I mean, nobody was out there anyway. It was raining.
Right. Exactly. That's right.
We were. Nancy and I were.
How about this question that's come in? This is from Spencer. Can you ask the panel how they see the relationship between folks in Charlottesville and around Central Virginia coming to visit Scottsville? I'm absolutely all for it. I think that's what we need to prioritize first, a marketing campaign that gets people within 30 miles of Scottsville to Scottsville.
Well, that's always a thing. I mean, just with it being the river and having the river runners and the James River runners and reeling rafting, just bringing that outside, everybody wanting to do their summer events. We're definitely in season right now.
Sure.
So we're all about bringing outside in. Like, of course, come check us out, come hang out with us for a bit, and we'll send you on your way.
Right.
Till
and
next time.
It's kind of like your first experience in Scottsville, right?
There's
You
many
were at
people-
UVA. You
Yeah.
came down to Scottsville to go through the river, float the river,
And now I come back with a wife and 3-year-old boy.
Right.
Saying why we like coming to Scottsville with She's the boss.
Right, sure.
Sweetheart, you're
In
the
every
boss.
case.
You are the boss. I love you so much, sweetheart.
Mine too.
Sorry I stayed up a little late last night. I love you, babe. I love you. Why we like coming there is because we feel safe,
Yeah.
and it's like welcoming,
Yeah.
and like we can push our little boy in the stroller down Scottsville.
That's small
and like
town vibe.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. So it's so funny. It's like I came there as a UVA student to party and get after it, and
Right.
now I'm coming back as a family man
Right.
because of the safety and the charm and the hospitality.
Yeah, it's just kind of the same
Definitely.
feel. You know, you go there when you're young to kind of party and let loose, and then you know it's comforting, it's relaxing, and then when you get older, you do the same thing. It's a comforting spot. You go there and hang out. You feel like you're one of the crew, one of the locals. You know, you feel like you're. It's just so easy to get engulfed into the atmosphere. So I think it's no matter how old you are. You know?
Brian is saying, is town council doing anything to encourage or light a fire under Dr. Hurt?
They've been trying.
Yeah? Do we not want to go down this road? We don't have to if you don't want to.
Well, I'll just say one thing.
Does he listen to the show?
I
Hey,
don't
Dr.
know.
Hurt.
This is so.
I can tag him. Should I tag him?
Tag him.
All right, I'm going
I'm
to
not
tag it.
scared.
Virginia
So-
Land Company, here we go. I'm tagging you, Dr. Hurt.
So he not only owns the tire plant property, he also owns what's known as the Paulette Tract.
Okay.
And that's 270 acres. A lot of it is critical slope on the Mink Creek. We kind of discussed this the last time I was here about development in that area and how that could actually devastate the town. Now,
Well, how so? Remind me again.
okay,
'Cause
so.
I'm learning here.
Right. So, the town in Maryland, a historic town in Maryland, Ellicott City,
Okay?
never flooded. Then they have a lot of residential building. There's a creek or little river, I'm not sure. It came through and just didn't demolish, but really damaged the town. The Mink Creek, which runs from the beginning to the end of Dr. Hurt's property, is what historically has flooded the town. It
Which runs
is
right
behind
behind
the
the
brewery. Nice little creek.
Beautiful.
But when you get torrential rain, all of that water is coming down. So you've heard Lou talking about the dance the firemen do
Yeah.
when we have a flood event between letting water out of, it's the Scottsville Lake, but basically it's a retention lake, and they open the sluice gate to let water out, and then they're pumping it into the river. So, I've lost my train of thought here, but everybody thinks the levee is what protects the town. That protects the town from the river. The pump station protects the town from this nice little picturesque creek.
Yeah, and it's just a little flowing creek
It's-
most of
It was
the
a little
time.
thirsty
So
last week.
peaceful.
Yeah, it was a little
Thirsty last
thirsty.
week, now it's full.
Yeah, so it's just this little creek that kind of flows behind the brewery, but when it rains, I don't know if it comes off Afton or just
It
all
comes right down, like Albavana Spring Road.
Yeah.
It just comes right down
Oh, my
through
God.
there, all the way through that property. Now, this is where I was going. Years ago, the town rezoned, I think, 28 building lots for Dr. Hurt.
Okay?
And
Threw him a bone?
he's done nothing with them. And this was a good 10 years ago.
Okay, but was that like throwing him a bone?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Do something.
Yeah, right.
Okay? What he wants the town to do is to rezone his properties so he can get even more money for them. Town's not playing that game.
All right.
So he's playing the leverage, call the bluff game.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's frustrating.
I know, it's kind of fun.
Yeah. Well, yeah, right. But you also want to see something happen.
We do.
Yeah, because time
We
is
do.
money.
Yes.
I love this lady. She loves to go. Did you see that? It's kind of fun. She's playing the game right there. So questions are coming in about music festivals, food trucks, more. I want to get to the music festivals and the food trucks here in a matter of moments. Before we do, and I tagged Virginia Land Company here. So someone on his team's getting notified. So let's keep that discussion going if we haven't dotted the I's and crossed the T's. Because from my standpoint, there's nothing more frustrating than a super deep-pocketed developer that's not developing and is trying to, lack a better phrase, extort a small town to make things happen
Well,
on
that's
his
kind of-
behalf.
yeah.
And that's me saying it, not you.
Yeah, that's stronger than I would have gone.
Okay, yeah. I mean, that's pretty much what he's doing.
Well, I have no comment to that.
Okay,
Someone's got to say it.
okay, I said it, not you. What do you-
Cheers.
Yeah, cheers. Okay, cheers. Don't you think, is that what's happening, Lou?
Sounds like it. When you
Yeah, it
said it, I
sounds
was
pretty
like,
accurate to me. I mean,
Yeah. Give me zoning options so the land's more valuable so I can sell to other people for more money.
yeah.
Because he ain't gonna do it. He's not a young guy. I mean, anybody, you wanna go to the next topic? Is that what we
Let's
should
go
do?
to the next
Okay,
topic.
we're going to the next topic right there. All right, we're going to the next topic over here. Gina Lane says, "I love you, Nancy Gill," with 6 exclamation points from Ginny Lane. She's watching in Scottsville right now. I love Nancy Gill as well. Music festivals. I'll get out of the way. Go.
I would like to come with the town and the brewery and it just being where and location and using like even across the side of the bridge, like what does that have to do with the campsites with Ashley and Horseshoe Bend Flats? Is that it on the other
Yes.
side? I definitely have been thinking and planning for about a year of what and how we can do this. As far as our little music festivals, we have down at the park as well as the Bateau Park. I mean, we have 2 different areas.
Well, what if, okay, so I'm going to throw this out there. So what if council does decide to make downtown basically a beer garden?
Okay.
Yeah.
Then wouldn't it behoove the business owners to just have music
Oh,
all
yeah.
weekend?
No
I love
doubt.
putting them on the
Yes.
sidewalk. I put them in the
Yeah,
backyard.
just have
whatever.
music and so the
You can make
music.
it like a co-op, a shared
Right.
co-op where everybody throws some money in.
Exactly.
And then you get like a band playing.
Exactly. So the businesses don't necessarily have to hire the band. Maybe they want to. I don't know.
Just
But
contribute
just throw it out
Quarters,
there.
Yeah.
What about location though? As far as where would we go? I mean, if we could go down 20, it would be awesome. But
Well, that would also support Horseshoe Flats, Ashley down at the reeling and rafting, even up at the River Runners, just kind of, if some people want the distance away, it is more upriver and
but
it's
what about
beautiful.
traffic though?
Traffic
Well,
wise,
people
that's
are going to
the parking.
park.
That's the parking.
Yeah, but I would love to.
Maybe
I would
Hertz
love to
will let
see
us
it. I would
use
love to
his
see it that,
parking area.
that 20 would get emptied out. We could set up people along 20, but we'd have to divert the traffic.
Well, this comment just came in. What if you encourage Dr. Hurt to turn that into parking and he can make some money on the hourly rate?
That would be
Hey, I
awesome.
just
There
said
you go.
that.
I mean,
So
perfect.
there's some parking there, there's a cross street, we could possibly use the Miners River bottom front, depending, I mean, it's
Yes.
just thoughts and ideas.
Yes, that would
Definitely,
be
we
all
can start
about.
music here, we can have music at this park, have music at that park, and just
Exactly.
make it a whole town
And
festival.
feed
I
people
mean,
through
Right.
it.
Yeah, and it supports all the businesses.
I would love to be able to invite other breweries to come in. And,
That's where I
What's
wanted to
what's
go
that
with
idea?
it.
well, just to
Music
have like
festival, beer
a
Like a
festival.
no good beer
beer
festival?
festival.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. You know what?
Something like
Eric
that.
LaFontaine on
love
Wednesday
that.
taught me that his father, Mr. LaFontaine, started the first ever beer festival in
Yes, he
Scottsdale.
did. Yes, he did.
And it would be awesome to be able to, because we get a certain amount of licensing, and with this new, law coming into effect where we can have people carry beers through town. I mean, it'd be awesome to be able to invite other breweries, local ones from Charlottesville.
Especially,
you
we have the
know?
Licking
It's-
Hometown Six,
Yeah,
and
Yeah.
I mean, there's
now
so many.
Hardywood even
I mean,
further.
we could
and-
have a great beer festival in Scottsville. I mean, just take over the town. The
There's
only
a few
problem I think
everywhere.
that could be
It's the parking.
is in
No.
traffic,
Yeah.
because 20 is a
20 is tough.
20 is a fairly major
Yeah.
road going through town.
I mean, if we can do 4th of July down there, we can do this.
That's true.
I mean,
I mean-
it's not the best, but we've all enjoyed our time, and now we just got to get through this traffic.
Right. yeah. I mean, it's definitely a doable. We just
Yeah.
need to figure out the logistics of all that.
Thoughts, Nancy?
I
do
think
it.
Blake is right.
Yeah?
Work out the logistics.
Yeah.
And
I mean, I think it would be a great town for a festival.
see, and
Yeah,
this
a
is
great
so
town.
coming from the government side of things in Scottsville. We do a lot of, or the town does a lot of events, but I think that they belong with the businesses.
Sure.
You know, like
Collaborating definitely more with.
I mean,
Yes.
I think it
Yeah.
would be easy, even if we took it down 6. You
I
know,
mean, they're doing
and
great though.
Go towards where the bateau,
Right.
and having it in that area. That
Right.
would be plenty of space.
Right,
Well, we
Canal
do
Basin
that.
Even if we
Square.
got the miners involved.
Thank you for
Well, you
putting
could do
that-
Canal Basin Square.
Yeah.
Okay, and the farmer's market.
Yeah.
And people
It's not like we
park.
don't have the room.
Well,
We-
people
we could definitely
park, and then they walk on the levee between the two
Band
spaces.
Yes.
here at this
Perfect.
time, band there at this
Yes.
time, band here. It's kind of like the Locket or whatever. We'll
Yes.
just set them up everywhere.
Right.
I would drive there. for
Right.
that.
Everybody would.
Right.
For the fun,
Especially when you're only
that
20
30
minutes from here.
Yeah.
You know, 20 minutes from
And then what
Yeah.
you're
Everybody
going
sits
to
there and
see,
goes, "Scottsville's so far."
like the
Scottsville's
Methodist
not that far.
Church,
No.
Out
They're-
there,
they're
all
going to
about
have
it,
hot
too.
dogs for sale.
They do.
Or
They
do their Brunswick stew.
And their everything. They do. It's,
You know-
the town comes together when we've got something good.
Oh, yeah.
We always come together.
Yeah.
So.
Eric
Smokers are coming
LaFontaine
out.
says, Blake, Lou, and Nancy, I'm all for this. If JRB wants to get it going, we are in.
Yeah.
Eric and I, we were talking. Was it? The Strongman Irish games or?
yeah, he does those Celtic
The
things.
Celtic games, so we were thinking of bringing the Celtic games. I mean, being part of the
Do you
Chamber
know
of
that-
Commerce and everything else, we were just talking about bringing certain festivals in. I mean, we just gotta get it going.
Yeah, like they said. What is
Especially
it,
coming back strong after the pandemic and
Yeah.
shutting things down.
Just
Just
need to get people in town.
Is economic development being prioritized the way it should?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think the town, I can say this, the town is actually doing more today than they were doing 5 or 10
Before.
years ago.
Yes.
yes, definitely that.
And,
5 or 10 years ago, it was what?
whatever.
Oh no.
Okay.
But, you know,
Highland
yeah.
Games. Eric says Highland Games.
Yes.
Island
Yeah.
games.
But we could, I mean, do you
a lot
remember,
more
there used to be a bluegrass festival on Monty Duncan's property across the river, which is on the same side as Horseshoe
Horseshoe
Flats.
Flats.
Maybe he would be up for letting the Highland Games come there.
Or even just using that town park of where the Scottsville, like the soccer field is
Yeah.
pretty spacious. And we've done our 4th of July events down there and
Yes.
propped up the stages and the music and the bounce houses for the children. and-
Yes.
Jay-Z
We've
Kirby
done things.
said, bootleg Tex-Mex Fusion is definitely on board and ready to help. He's
Okay,
got the,
JC, we're gonna hold you
Jay-Z
to it.
Kirby, he's got, is it a food truck,
Food
Jay-Z?
truck?
It's a
Yes.
food
Yeah,
truck.
I think it's a
He
food, he's
sits
on board
outside
and
of
ready to
the-
help.
He sits outside of the farmer's market sometimes. Yeah.
How about this question? Could the farmer's market last more than a couple days? How about using that as a draw?
That'd be great. I mean, I enjoy it. I'm there every Saturday.
Is it a Saturday-only market, Saturday morning?
It is right now.
Yeah, and then, but when it comes down to fall, we're a Thursday and Saturday? Or is
No,
it-
but it's still just a Saturday.
It used to be Thursday and Saturday.
It used to be Thursday, and I loved it on
Yeah.
Thursday.
I like it
I mean,
on-
you could
I like
go
it on
and
any day.
they had tables. You could sit there, bring your dog, have
Yeah.
dinner.
Yeah.
This question's coming in here. This is about, this is an interesting question. It's about using music to attract customers to the area. And if we do this, it's got to be done in unison with all the businesses, like Nancy has said, but it's got to be done in a way that attracts folks from Charlottesville and Almar to come. How can we do this? Well, we're kind of covering that right now. I think if we say it like the bands, if they start playing in Scottsville, they'll use their own social media platforms to market the fact that they're playing. And each band has their own micro following. And if you get a bunch of bands doing the same thing, marketing where they're playing in Scottsville, then that micro following turns into kind of like a macro following. So just an idea right there. How about the concept of bringing more retail? Folks are asking you to go down the road of more retail. Someone's bringing up 330 Valley Street. That was at one time more of a bar and a nightclub.
It was
If-
bocce.
Okay.
It's been many
And
things, and I
that's
can
where
tell you
Lou worked
every
at Bocce.
step of that.
Please go, please go.
Back in I was 17, forever ago, I used to secondhand chef on Cafe Bocce, which was a very upscale type
That
restaurant.
was Christopher Long's restaurant.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he was the mayor at one time.
Yes.
And he tried to do
Also,
Cafe
we
Bocce
did
over
that
here.
as
Yes.
well, and I was
Yeah.
able to take a tour of that.
And now
It
I
was
think he's a
beautiful.
realtor.
He is,
Yeah,
he
yeah.
is. So with that, it then turned to 330, which was the frat house party. It was the fun. It was
I partied there a lot. It's
in the
fun.
streets.
Yeah.
It was, and they did great things. But
Was
then,
it an ABC violation that shut them down?
Thus, this town of Scottsville does not serve after 12 a.m. So we close, instead of staying till 2, we close at 12 at the latest, which is great because, again, you have your after fire bond parties, what do we call them? But so that shut it down slightly, and then it turned to the Horseshoe Bend Bistro, which was a nice Chris Roloffs and
Yeah.
John Meadows. They did great. It was upscaled food. I mean, some things went there. And then now Farmstead Ferments is there. Phenomenal, local supporting.
Oh, yeah.
They've got anywhere from teas to herbs to, I mean,
And all the fermented foods.
Yeah.
fermented kimchi,
Kimchi.
cabbage.
Oh, the kimchi's
kimchi
And,
cabbage.
and she distributes all over the state.
Local meats, local vegetables, local everything. And yeah, she's in many stores herself. I mean, give props to what she's doing. She also used the other side for a nice retail of, what do you call it, thrift-like.
It's sort of an upscale thrift.
She has a million and one things in there, and she's definitely been an awesome
Why-
asset to Scottsville.
Why, for such an
So
awesome
far, the
building,
best.
right? It's an awesome building.
It's
Yeah.
definitely,
Why so much turnover there?
so it's an old building, and yes, ownership means you need to, I can't remember
You
his name.
sort of have to maintain your old buildings.
Oh, okay.
You have to maintain your old buildings, so then
So-
does it go back onto the ownership, which now it's under new ownership, and he also owns 2 to 3 other businesses in
Yes.
Scottsville. He's redoing the apartments upstairs, the roofs were leaking, I mean, just like it's, upkeep was not there.
Yeah, that's tough.
And he's
And then, of
pre-
course, your business owners who go in there with their ideas and, part of being an entrepreneur, you're in or you're out.
so he had a lot. He completely renovated the building
Oh,
upstairs.
renovated everything.
So
It
4
was
apartments.
leaking. It was-
For anybody who wants to move to Scottsville, there are now 4 apartments.
I think there might be 3 now or
Okay, 3.
2. I
don't know.
I think some people have been on it. So, and he's actually turned them into like the 1 bedroom is now a 2 bedroom. Like he's definitely doing great things with that building. Same
And
with
this is Jay.
Don Story. Yeah, Jay. And then Don Story, who owns Farmstead Ferments. Phenomenal.
The questions come in. Can you highlight some of the key players and stewards of Scottsville that are stepping up and doing well by the community?
Key players.
Yeah, I mean, Heather's one of them.
Heather with the Bee Company.
Yeah, the bee
there
company.
you go.
She's one of them.
She's come on this show before.
Yeah, she's
Well, that's
great.
well, she
Yeah.
definitely brought to Scottsville, which was awesome because then we made a honey
Yeah,
Yeah.
we did a honey
But she still
blonde
did-
with her honey. Yeah, we did what's it called?
Scottsville Swarm.
Scottsville Swarm. That's what
It's
it's called.
delicious.
It was really good.
Yeah,
This has come in from a viewer, 635 Valley Street, Scottsville, sending me the link. Says, tell me about this listing. It looks like it's fantastic. This one right here.
Oh, you're talking about the old.
Oh, the old Barefoot.
Yeah,
So-
Barefoot. It is a great place. It's got a lot of potential in that.
And
place.
that's a building that was completely renovated.
Renovated.
It looks
Yes.
beautiful.
It-
I'm looking at
it's-
it right
Oh,
now.
I mean, you should have seen it before they
Yeah.
what is it?
And it's very historic. It was
Yeah.
Fannie Moore's boarding house back in the day. That's what it was. It was
Yeah.
set up as a boarding house.
I mean, and it's priced from an affordability standpoint
Yeah.
pretty darn good.
I mean, they did a
Before
great job.
485K.
Great job
They have
of
a
renovating.
couple of people
All copper
renting
roof.
out.
Yeah, look at these photos.
I know, it's great. It's a
Beautiful
great
right here.
place.
So he sent the listing and goes, why hasn't this sold?
Is that all still in the kitchen?
I don't know.
I mean,
I'm like, wait a minute, take that off the air. It's already sold. No,
It's got a
just
little,
playing.
got a little ice cream parlor in the back. I mean,
is
it's a great
it
place.
still
So
on the
this
market?
is when
Yeah.
they were
Yes.
renovating
That's
it.
literally right next door to us.
So those
I mean,
are
right
older
next door.
pictures.
Like right across the creek. That's that building. Yeah.
Yeah, so he sent
We'd
us
love
the link.
to
He
have
goes,
it.
why hasn't
Yeah.
this sold? And he's interested in it.
I don't know. We
Buy
Be
it.
interested.
We've
Come
talked.
on.
Yeah, come on
Oh,
down
that's
to
okay. That's
Scottsville.
okay. I can go this
You
way.
could.
Any more? I mean, can you any more perspective you can offer for TD there on this? I love social
Quick
media when
has it.
used for the
Kevin
good.
Quick, it's definitely.
I mean, it's a great place.
No. And you know what Scottsville doesn't have?
Steven says, get us an arcade.
Yeah.
Ice cream.
Ice
Well,
cream?
so-
We don't. We have soft serve,
Yeah.
but we don't have
That's a
So I
Chinese
did
place?
talk to someone, and I
soft
can't.
serve.
Yes.
I can't bring it out there, but I did talk to someone about who could be interested in the area and that building itself and the whole bringing the local ice cream, the homemade ice cream back.
Kevin, talk to Lou.
So it wasn't my idea. I just spoke to someone who also works within town and they've got somewhat similar ideas.
Good.
So hopefully that goes well with them. No, not naming names, but hopefully it goes well.
Jen says, how about that awesome coffee shop and bookstore, Baines?
Oh, yeah,
Baines
it's a
is
great
phenomenal.
Place. Great place.
Yeah?
They've been an asset. How long has Baines been there? 7?
Long time.
Yeah.
8?
I mean, everybody
I was
goes to
trying to think
Baines.
before.
I mean, who comes to Scottsville and doesn't go to Baines? In the morning?
Check my bank
I
account.
know, right?
Let me show you. I'm there daily, a couple times a day, like right next
For
to
coffee?
They're
Yeah,
awesome.
oh, yeah, they're awesome.
Their coffee is awesome.
Yeah.
The service is great. Is that whole little
And their
Bucktown-
quiche is good.
Yeah, the
great
quiche. Their
quiche.
sandwiches.
Their sandwich,
phenomenal.
yeah.
Spencer asked this again. Is there a marketing initiative that's regional for Scottsville?
That's a Matt question.
Okay, Matt Lawless, if you have that answer, let us know. Regional marketing initiatives, that's a good question.
Yeah, it's
Don't
a
you
very
think?
good question.
That's a good
Yeah.
question.
Maybe even
Is this Spence?
Yeah, Spencer's a great
I would imagine.
great asset to Scottsville.
Put it on right there.
So
tell us
we-
about Spence.
Spence is a wonderful person
Yeah,
who
he owns
is
the tavern.
he's the mover and shaker
Oh, okay.
behind the tavern.
Yeah, gotcha. I
very
enjoy the
talented
tavern. Yeah.
chef.
Very close to the brewery. He's a great guy. We really love Spencer.
We've interviewed him on this program before. My beautiful wife, I love you, sweetheart. I'm sorry. My beautiful
love
wife
those
and son and
props.
I, we went. We cut our Christmas tree at Foxfire Farm, and then with the Christmas tree on the roof, we come and have post Christmas tree cutting meal
Lovely.
at Tavern on the James.
yeah.
In Tower. How about that? The
Great chicken burger.
The potential,
They
the
do.
positive impact that Tavern on the James has on Scottsville.
That restaurant brings people, I mean, especially when he does his seafood night, you cannot get in that place.
Oh, I know.
I mean, he brings people from all over, and he's great because, he's able to accommodate many motorcycles and cars, and the restaurant can accommodate.
It's huge.
Yeah.
And it's priced fairly.
Yes.
And it has I like how it has and granted in Virginia, there really are no bars, right? They're restaurants.
Yeah.
But it's got essentially
The
the
full
bar.
bar, yeah.
It's got the full bar there where you can go with your buddies and watch the games.
Yes.
And have some James River
Definitely.
Brewery beer on tap. And then it's got the restaurant as well, right?
Yeah. It's a great. It's
Definitely.
a great little place.
I didn't say they also are hiring, which can help because they have taken a small impact of this pandemic itself, and it's
yeah.
hurting a bit with not getting enough employees and people trying to apply. So definitely they're hiring.
Has that impacted you guys?
Yes, for
Hiring
sure, yes.
and staffing?
I mean, we've had
We're
we've had
small.
Yeah,
we're
we're-
like a
we're pretty
5
small,
people
but-
ran
yeah.
type. So
Yeah, but it's definitely impacted us as far as when we put ads out there to get people. It's just about people getting out there to call. I mean, we sit
Yeah.
there and we put ads out to get interest, and it just doesn't seem like there's just that much
What do you
interest
think? What do
right
you
now.
attribute that to? Is it
I
the
don't know.
unemployment benefits?
Yes.
You think that's what it is?
My opinion, yes.
Yeah.
I think it's a little too easy to stay home and not work right now.
Right.
I had the chance of not working, but I decided I wanted to, not be a burden and work.
or
So-
have a job when all
Right.
this is done.
Exactly.
It's all back together.
exactly.
You want to make sure you still have that job.
Right.
Thinking.
How did the brewery manage COVID?
So
we did okay.
thankfully, we
did
do our
okay.
canning. So when we can't have anybody in, we did a
Right.
lot of to-goes, six
Like
packs.
our cake sales struggled because of the closing of restaurants.
Sure.
Of course.
But our can sales increased because, people love beer.
And you're taking
You're going to
six
drink it
packs
at home or
to-go.
drink it at a restaurant.
Yeah, I think
so.
all of us were drinking more than we ever have
Right,
at home,
exactly.
sitting on our couch. Don't you think? I know we
Yes,
did.
I know I did, yeah.
Yeah, I know we did too. Multiple folks talking about the Wizard Fest.
Oh,
I know.
It's a great
So
time. in
Kristen
Scottsdale.
also runs Baines Coffee Shop, and she is busy. She's also part of SCAN there,
Yes,
so
she
she
is.
stays busy. And so the Wizard Fest, yes, hopefully we'll see how busy it is.
Tell us
Last
about
year, of
Wizard
course,
Fest.
not. So we kind of got it from our Harry Potter theme.
Yeah, right.
But so of course there's that cease and desist. Can't do that. It's copyrighted.
Don't mess with Harry Potter.
So yeah, but it definitely brings so many people out to the town.
It was amazing.
Oh, it was great.
We've
freaking
had
awesome.
Great
every
time.
restaurant, every building kind of participating, changing their theme to more witchery, wizard like.
The Leaky Cauldron or
Le-
Oh, something.
but that would be copywriting.
Oh, sorry.
So we are not Leaky Cauldron. We are I forgot what we became the
Yeah, I
year
know,
before.
it just wasn't the
It's a
same.
shame,
Yeah.
though,
If you were a nonprofit, you could actually use the copyrighted, trademarked
As a town. it
terms.
just-
So I was,
Why couldn't you guys get the nonprofit status?
well, no, they were operating, the actual festival was operating on a community nonprofit type scenario, not a full IRS, but just something where they could do the finances on it. But any nonprofit in town could be an official Harry Potter location. For instance, the theater was the train station.
Yeah. It was
I was the
awesome.
conductor.
Yes, you were. But I just don't get it because it also brought business too.
It did.
That who wants to go get their cloaks on? Who was going to order all
it
these
helped
wines?
them.
Right.
It did.
Yeah,
I'm like,
right.
what?
It was great.
Our
Awareness.
small little town did what?
Yeah, right. How is
I
how?
guess what Stanton did it as well,
Yes,
correct?
and they had to stop as well, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, how about this? And we're in 66 minutes in. I love this here. How about what you want to see, a vision for where the town's going to go? Maybe like a 3 and 5 year plan.
Oh,
You want to start first on that one? Because
Yeah.
I know you've got some ideas cooking over there in that
There
end. I
you
can
go.
see
They
the
all-
wheels.
that's more than Nancy question.
I just want to see more people living in town, and of course, more businesses. But I think right now the town is on the right track for what they're doing.
Yeah.
And they just need to keep moving forward, and we have lots of naysayers. Naysayers will listen to you.
It's part of life.
and we will succeed. I mean, I've been living in Scottsville since '99, and I have seen
Enough changes.
coming up, and you hit that plateau, and you go backwards,
Yeah.
and you do it again,
It's like 2
and you
steps
do it
forward, 1
again.
step back.
It's
So,
like
yeah.
2 steps forward, 2 steps back.
Gotcha.
We're not there anymore.
Gotcha.
And I think it's because we have so many young people now participating in the governmental process.
Right?
And they see, they have vision, they have passion, and I'm just really happy that we have them on board.
Yeah, definitely.
Nancy, how about you?
I would love to see it turn into a little 151, you know? Breweries everywhere, little...
Of course you.
No, I would
We
love
only have
that.
room for
Dude,
one
I would love that
brewery.
too, man. I would love that
I
too.
mean, I think it would be great to
Yeah.
be, especially, like I said, with these new laws, you know, if you're able to go down the street and you could go from one place to the next and carry your beer
It's
down
actually a
the
really
street.
good idea.
Or your wine.
Awesome.
I like the wine.
Yeah,
Cider?
cider, yeah,
Cider?
I like
seltzers,
cider. Yeah.
whatever it is. Yeah,
Anything. I
right.
just think it needs to be just enough to draw people. Scottsville's a great little town.
Yeah.
It just needs to draw people to it. And, you know,
What are you thinking, Lou?
everything would be great.
I love the way it is. I see the growth on it. Again, like we said, 2 steps forward, 2 steps back. It's just trying to keep the businesses going, bringing the people out. I enjoy it. And
So come
everything
on out to
about
Scottsville.
it. Yeah, buddy.
We'll be there.
You guys are awesome. Your beer is amazing.
I appreciate it.
Yeah,
We
I
got more
sincerely
for you
mean
to
it.
keep.
We will drink it. I promise you, we will drink it. I appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
It's fun. I think all we're trying to do here is talk positively about the community and figure out some ideas of how to make the community better. That's the whole point of this. I feel like we're sitting at like the brewery or a coffee shop here. It's trying to just make it approachable and fun,
Yeah.
and have the folks that are watching just kind of be kind of like a fly on the wall.
Yeah. Come on out to Scottsville. Hang out.
How about this? A weekend or events coming up? You guys want to plug anything at the brewery? What's going down?
We got a new
Midlife-
beer coming out. We got a
We
new
do. We have a new
lager.
So
Yeah.
with us doing our beers, we
Yeah.
usually do with a lot with the river and just kind of the community. Everything is how we name our beers. So we have a Dog Island, which is up towards Howardsville. It's an island on the river, so it's going to be Dog Island Lager.
Yeah.
That's coming out. It's pretty nice. 3.8.
Yeah, just a session
ABV.
beer so you can, you know.
And a
Drink it all
9
day, every
Yeah,
day.
all day.
like an 8, 9 on the IBU, so
Yeah.
super mild, super
Yeah.
smooth, something to keep like hydrated in the hot heat. So
Yeah,
When
little
is our
balanced beer.
favorite guitar singer coming?
oh, Craig Dotson
When
is
is he
coming.
coming?
So Craig Dotson is a big time music. He moved back to Austin, Texas. He's visiting us on the 19th, so that's going to be a big show.
In the beer garden?
In the beer garden, yeah. Midlife Crisis, they're a local
Oh, they're
band
good
here through
too.
Charlottesville.
I like
They'll
them.
be there this Sunday.
I know Midlife Crisis.
They're super fun guys. So
Jonathan says, where can we get the beer, your beer in Charlottesville?
so right now we're all about the Tiger Fuel.
Okay.
We are in all their.
Suttons are good people.
Yes,
they are.
they
They
are.
have been great
They
to
are.
us.
And they grew up in this area, so they grew up in eastern Albemarle County, Gordon and Taylor, and they are A+ people who are committed to this area.
Yeah,
So while
definitely.
they've blown up and they're everywhere now, I still feel like it's very much a local business.
Yeah, we can definitely use.
Yeah,
this
we're excited
platform.
about them coming into
Yeah,
Scottsville.
yeah.
Yeah, we're super excited about them coming in.
So
Definitely use this platform if you are a business owner and you care to have our beer in. Call us 434-286-7837 and ask for Lou, and I will get us in there.
Lou, the assistant general
I
manager.
will get us in there.
You like that title?
I do.
It's got a nice ring to it.
What do you think, Shannon?
Shannon's watching right
So,
now.
Bateau Festival.
Yes,
Yes.
Bateau
Bateau
Wednesday.
Festival is on.
Yes, Wednesday.
Oh, okay. You have some items out of the notebook you need to get out, right?
Yeah, Bateau Festival is on the 23rd. Lou, are you floating this year?
So we are, I'm an owner of Seven Islands, which is also a group of islands down the James River. Myself and 5 other team members of mine. We launch out in Lynchburg on Saturday. It's going to be so much fun. It's camp every night, float every day.
You guys will be in Scottsville on Wednesday.
We'll
Wednesday
be
the
in Scottsville on
23rd.
Wednesday, so there's going to be some music out there as well.
Cool.
We'll be set up at the Ashley's what do you call that?
Campground, Reeling
down
and
there, the
Rafting
Reeling and
camp-
Rafting.
So,
So
serving plenty of beer,
definitely
even
music.
ciders for the seltzer for the
Yep, we have our
That's
hard
everywhere.
seltzer.
gluten intolerant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have our
Seltzers are
hard
all the
seltzer.
rage.
Yes,
Yeah.
they are.
And then you know what? I'm all for it.
Yeah.
At first I was uncertain, but I'm like, whatever, wets someone's whistle,
Sure.
and
Yeah.
whatever's good.
We did my favorite flavor, which is sweet cranberries, a slight sweet cranberry and ginger.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
Cranberry ginger.
Yeah.
Anything else?
4th of July.
There
The
we go.
parade is on the 3rd this
It
year.
is.
I think this is the very first year. It has not been on the 4th. 9
a
o'clock
Sunday
start
thing,
time.
Yeah, it's Sunday.
There's going to be music that day.
Music
There's going
that
to be beer,
day.
food
Right.
trucks.
But
Beer
no.
mosas.
Yeah.
Ah,
Beer
beer
mimosas.
mimosas. No
For the early morning
fireworks,
rises?
though,
Unfortunately,
this
no
year.
fireworks.
No fireworks. Just logistical reasons.
It's too late.
That's a total
Could we ask
It's
for
a total
someone?
bummer.
Is it too late? Could we ask for
Hey, I could
someone
run down to
come
South
out?
Carolina.
No.
I've got a feeling there will probably be some fireworks somewhere, but
I'm
probably
sure.
not in the town. That is my,
Yeah, I have a feeling you're right.
yeah, I've got a feeling.
So no fireworks?
What is
No.
needed? Was
That's a
it
total
someone
bummer.
who is
Yeah, Scottsville has a great
licensed?
show.
Okay,
Yeah,
so,
Technically, we need someone who is
Right.
licensed to set them off. So that's all we need.
no, we need
Right?
someone licensed
set
to
them off.
oversee the setting off.
So can we call out?
We're working on it
Okay. So maybe?
next year. No,
Next year.
because it didn't get in the works soon enough
Quick
to
enough.
make it
Because of the
happen this year.
pandemic?
Yes, and also just the whole lateness of it. There's a lot of regulations that go with it when you're
The
doing.
mandates, the regulations that
yeah.
backed off on, and the amount of people, of course, it definitely set back the application, push us forward on that.
Yes.
Well, there you go. Guys, this was fun.
Yes,
Yeah,
it
it's
was.
great time.
Thank you.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Surprisingly.
Good.
He always has a good time.
I was a little nervous.
You were super smooth today.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, super smooth. Guys, I want to thank Nancy. Nancy made this happen here. Her 3rd time on the show. Nancy Gills, A+ people. Very much enjoyed getting to know you and you, Lou. Thank you so much, Blake, for joining us on the show.
No problem.
For those that are asking, the entire interview will be archived on iloveseville.com and on all the social media platforms. So folks have been jumping in and out. You can watch the whole thing at your leisure. Just stream it on demand. That's the beautiful thing about this. And we're out of here. It's a Friday. Keep it local wherever you are. Every dollar invested in your local community stays in your community. So please keep it local anywhere you are in Central Virginia. Small and medium-sized business owners are the backbone of our communities that create the jobs. So please keep it local. You guys have a good weekend. Take care.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. You need another one.
I do.
Cheers. Hey, hell of a job.
Did
Thank
you
you.
already kill your second?
Yes, I'm going to.
And 2 rums.
I know.
Man,